shouldn't say what they're up to, because if they said it, it might destroy the spell, and we might be...
Experience a spell of poverty over a 4-year period. We find that
proof, because I knew that I had broken the spell and I had found my way back home.
And spell it, please.
Shavonda.
Dyslexic. I mean, my word spell check never finds anything, let alone anything else.
So let me spell it all out. Jesus Christ.
I go with my heart on this, but let me spell out the head. The head explanation says,
you can say it, hardly say it, and hardly spell it. But 140 years
ago, they named a school after me, but no one could spell it.
Well, store the children's books. It's an apostrophe S. But every single time, spell checker will mark it wrong. Same with men.
I'm going to spell it out in a second.
Okay, good.
But
whether it's an animal or a robber or a thief, the death of the shepherd could really spell the end of the sheep.
I don't know how to spell it, but you can add it, and then you can try to...
Right. And sometimes I spelled the word genius wrong.
Check.
Amen.
Yes, for sure.
Well, that doesn't spell good things for the hog market.
No.
And so I feel
in my book, but obviously I can't spell out all those arguments in
detail. But that's more about the spell they weave than it is about the actuality. You know, people...
Don't ask me to spell that. You think maybe this is a divine encounter? You know, I was thinking, Dr. Mark.
.com, Kotler, right, is how you spell my last name. If you type in your email.
Had to be at the root of the peculiar spell that those records cast in 1952 for Harry Smith and all.
Will you start spell checking moving forward, even if it's a pain? Or you can ask.
It was just spellbounding how you could just get information on your computer. I really believe there was an unmet need, and with faith.
And I've tried to spell that out as best I could in the book, and did.
In the blocks on the floor, the blocks spell Lovelace. And you can see Ada is reaching up.
Type of sales skills?
I barely knew how to spell advertising. That's a joke, but
that is your B society, and you can get all sorts of information.
That's fine. You can spell words differently. It's all handwriting.
It's probably because I can't spell at all. And so it was just getting...
There is something called antimetabole, which is an impossible word to spell and very difficult to say. So,
it's like me, and you get a 50, and you know, because you spell shirt wrong. Who knew there was an R?
I think I got into photography because I was highly dyslexic. I couldn't read and I couldn't spell, and I kind of.
Groups, you have to spell out an agenda or a vision and deliver on that, or you don't get reelected.
This, with a dose of humor, belongs to a sincere relationship, then
once Byron's worked its spell on you, drift even further down the coast.
Do you even know? They spell, first of all, they call me Maria, and I'm like,
Right.
You really think that's going to get...
They accused a local woman of having cast a spell on them. She hanged in November 16.
Named after the spell in the Harry Potter books that brings light, Lumos has been making a huge